So I did what Neville Goddard said and filling in the end, and I had an amazing thing that happened overnight. The thing that happened was I literally just did what Neville Goddard said about, he says, live as though it were true. So if I believe it and accept it, well then I will live by it. All you have to do is to decide within yourself what you want. Now, what would you do if it were true? He also says, what do you want? Ask no man's permission. You only need your own decision. What do I want? Now, what would it be like if it were true? What would I feel like if it were true? Catch the mood and try to give the mood all sensory vividness of reality, all the tones of reality, and then sleep in it just as though it were true. No, I did exactly that. Everything that I just said, that Neville Goddard said, and living in the end, which is the lecture that I took this from, because these are his words, his exact words, not some AI slop or whatever. I did exactly that. So before I went to bed, this last night, because right now it's July 3rd, 2026. This last night, July 2nd, I went to sleep around 7 or 9 p.m. because my mom and my dad, they needed to, wake up early today, which I always wake up early. But, so I went to sleep, and I did exactly this. I imagined what I wanted. So I imagined it's essentially me being with my person, the person that I created in my notebook, and I just imagined us yesterday, going back to what I was doing. This is what I imagined, and I imagined us walking a little bit, like not the whole way, but just walking a little bit, and then me holding her hand, and then her like covering my face, my eyes, whatever, being silly, and then us making a video that I made yesterday, and her being right next to me, making me a script, like showing me and being silly too, just us having fun. And I truly felt it real. I was smiling in my dream, like, because I remember the feeling of me being there, because I obviously did it, in the 3D, because the video's there. And I literally would just, her giving me the script, me talking, and then me making another video, and her being in the video, I guess, kind of. And then I imagined us being, coming home, and then making food, and then taking a shower. Just little things, not the whole day, but that's what I did essentially. And I did this as much as I wasn't doing, I believe I was doing sats, but I just did literally what Neville Goddard said. He didn't say sats or whatever, at least in this lecture that he talked about. I didn't hear a single thing about sats, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So that's all that I did. Literally, that's all that I did. And then during the night, I had this amazing dream. The dream that I had were a bunch of my specific persons literally in my dream, and it truly felt real. Like I was touching them and I felt it. They're like I truly, like, it didn't feel like a dream, even though I knew it was a dream, and everything was as if I knew it was happening, or it happened or whatever. It was just me and my specific person. We were laying in bed. I think we were at a concert or something. We came back. We were dressed like how I went out, and we were sleepy. And then I laid in bed because I was tired. And then she cuddled next to me. Like, I don't know which specific person that I was doing, but I think it was my big titty goth girl that I was imagining, And obviously she was wearing, like, just wearing clothes, not sleeping clothes, because I was wearing clothes too, I was like, man, I'm so freaking tired, man. And then she laid next to me, and I told her, like, man, I'm really tired, I'm gonna go to sleep. She goes, okay. And she was hugging me, and I felt like something hard pressing into me, And she grabbed my hand, she put it around her, and she was like snuggling in, like resting her head under my chin, and I was just like, fuck, like I'm really tired. I'll probably go to sleep. She goes, okay, like. And then I remember, something else happened after that. I guess I woke up or something, but I was being dragged because they were gonna get dressed or something, or get ready, whatever. And I was the only guy there, it was a bunch of girls, and I was being dragged by 2 girls to go to their rooms for them to get ready. And then I saw some other people, some other special persons, and they're coming to get ready as well. And they didn't say anything, just all the guys were like, everybody get out, except for Andrew, and they were dragging me, And I was like, what the fuck, like, dude, I'm like, what are you guys doing? And she goes, we want you in there, I was like, okay. Literally, it was just like that. And then I gave another person, I was holding some stuff that she gave me. I'm like, oh, here you go, here's your stuff back, because you know how your girlfriend ever gives you stuff to hold, like her lipstick and her ID or whatever, because she doesn't want to wear, like, her purse is too small or something, or I don't know, Like, she just gave it to me because the issue is, I don't know, I just, you know how when they dance, whatever, girls give you their stuff, you know. And I was just holding the stuff or whatever. Like, I obviously that, I don't know what the concept was, but that's just what I had, and I gave it back to her. She was thank you, and then she gave me a kiss, whatever. I was like, okay, cool. Like, it was just like a normal thing, you know. And my dream just, like, it was really, I wouldn't say I had control over it. It was just, everything felt real in the dream that I was in, you know. And all that I did was just the one thing that Neville Goddard said, what I just read you. Okay, sorry about that. My thing is kind of messed up, but yeah, that's all that I did. And I suggest you guys do this too, because all this information is messing with us, man. We literally got to go back to the drawing board. Go back to the, like, start from zero, or I don't know how else to say it, just start from the very beginning. So for me, for the very beginning is Neville Goddard. Feeling is the secret, which, you know, I was reading a little bit, and I actually have something to read you guys in the book, you know, and this lecture, Living in the End, because essentially I think that's all you need, for at least for me, because I'm just using this information. That's it, nothing else. I'm not gonna go to do any other fucking thing that anybody else fucking says, because this guy, he truly is. This is what everybody references. So I'm just using his knowledge and his words in the book that he wrote. So I have this thing that I wanted to say to you guys, because I'm looking at the video right now, Feeling the Secret by Neville Goddard, by Master Key Society. It's the channel. And wow, this has over 8 million views. So that's crazy, dude. And it's free too, like, it's free. So this is, I think, the first chapter. It says the law and its operation. I think it's the first chapter. And it says right here, okay, so ideas are impressed on the subconscious through the medium of feeling. No idea can be impressed on the subconscious until it is felt. But once felt, be it good, bad, or indifferent, it must be expressed. Feeling is the one and only medium through which ideas are conveyed to the subconscious. Therefore, the man who does not control his feeling may easily impress the subconscious with undesirable states. By control of feeling is not meant restraint or suppression of your feeling, but rather the disciplining of self to imagine and entertain only such feeling as contributes to your happiness. Control of your feeling is all important to a full and happy life. Never entertain an undesirable feeling, nor think sympathetically about wrong in any shape or form. Do not dwell on the imperfection of yourself or others. To do so is to impress the subconscious with these limitations. What you do, not want done unto you. What you do not want man, this is like a very weird sentence. Okay. What you do not want done unto you. Do not feel that it is done unto you or another. This is the whole law of a full and happy life. Everything else is commentary. And then the last thing that it says in this chapter, on this page, is every feeling makes a subconscious impression, and unless it is counteracted by a more powerful feeling of an opposite nature, must be expressed. Okay, so this is what I just read, and obviously I heard it, and this is an audiobook that you guys can listen to for free. This is all on YouTube. If you have access to the internet, you can find all these lectures, all these things. Just look up Neville Goddard, Feeling the Secret, and you'll find it. Literally, you'll find it. And it's obviously of a book being read by some dude. Okay, so everything that I just said is, I didn't do this yesterday. I just watched this today, but I did everything yesterday. And I woke up feeling amazing. Nothing has changed as far as I know. Like right now, currently, it is 7:41 a.m. It's July 3rd, 2026. So literally, I know that I impressed my subconscious. I also did the feeling of me having $250,000. Like, how would it feel if I had it, you know? And I just imagined, like, I did those two things. I know that right here. Okay. I know that I did. I'm pretty sure I did impress it, because Neville Goddard also talks about I guess acting. I guess, you know. At least that's what some things that I have in here. Yeah, acting as if I have it. So yeah, so literally acting as if I was a. Because if I truly had $250,000, then I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care about like little things like prices of stuff, or like giving stuff away, you know. And I did this unknowingly today. Like, I did it not consciously, but I did it because my mom was giving stuff to my sister, because essentially my mom is going to give my sister some stuff, I guess, to eat or whatever, because she's struggling, I guess. So for me, I'm just praying for my sister. Like, I know my sister's not struggling. I know she's not. She's just too lazy to do whatever she wants to do, you know. My sister, she has a ton of money, and she keeps it to herself. Obviously, it's her money, whatever she whatever she wants with it. But, you know, my parents give her everything she needs, you know. And for me, I'm okay with that, you know. I'm like, I have more than enough money to help my sister out. So I gave her like 2 bags of blueberries. I have 3-pound blueberries. I gave her 2 pounds of meat. So that's literally, so all the stuff that I'm saying is I'm studying from the very beginning, you know. And I got an amazing result last night. And the things I was doing for the money, like I said, I was giving my sister some stuff. And I did it from, like, I wasn't doing it to get something, because I wanted to truly help my sister. I just did it because I knew in the back of my mind, like, I have way more than enough, you know. Like, I am truly an abundant person. I'm like, yeah, of course. I gave her 2 bags, so 6 pounds of blueberries, some meat. I got her some 2 bags of Brussels sprouts. I gave her just some stuff that I have extra of course. I'm like, yeah, of course, here you go. And, you know, meat, the Brussels sprouts. I gave her other stuff too. I forget what I gave her, but yeah, I essentially I did it unconsciously. I'm like, yeah, here you go. I didn't think of it. I was like, okay, here, take more, you know. And my mom was like, oh, thank you, Andrew, for giving stuff to your sister. I'm like, yep, no worries. Like, and yeah, I did that. And I understand that if I truly have $250,000, then I wouldn't care about any little thing. And I wouldn't care about like prices of anything. Like I imagine myself giving my parents money, you know. I'm like, here you go, just giving the money, give my dad money, and then me paying off the bill. My dad's like, Andrew, did you pay this? I'm like, yep, I did. And him being so grateful because of our electricity bill and paying the utilities and everything like that. I'm like, yep, I took care of it. And then us moving, you know, I'm like, hey dad, here's some money. We should use this to move. And me and man, I'm like, yep. And then, okay, cool. And then we moved. And I told my dad, hey dad, don't worry about it. I'll pay. You pay what you need, what you're paying here. I guess $1,900, and I'll pay the rest for the rent, you know. That's what I was saying for when we move out, you know. Just imagining giving this. But yeah, okay, cool, we're doing this. And of course, $250,000, that's way more than enough money to live for me for a good couple of years, because I'm not a person of luxury. Of course, I'll buy the stuff that I need, but I have way more than that. Of course, I'm working as well, you know. So because I know my YouTube stuff that I'm doing, I'm putting all my effort, you know, all my time and effort, and my good feeling that I am successful, that I am doing this stuff. Because I have obviously the thing that I say, that's a mantra that I say, which is content creation is my life. Content creation is my life. The fame is inside me. The wealth is inside of me. The popularity is inside of me. The success is inside of me. I am the #1 YouTube, Twitch channels for gaming and gooning content creator. Like, I'm the #1 YouTube, Twitch channel for gaming and gooning content creator. Like, I have to word this a little bit better, but I know what it means, you know. Like, I am all these things, you know, that I have, and it's in the very first page of my notebook that I have, the new one that I'm filling out right now, you know. I have prayers in here, and I have other stuff that I have. I have another thing. The very first page is, I'm in control of my life. I'm 10,000% in control of how my life goes on from now on. I am choosing to live my dream life. Now I am in control of everything. I'm committing to the process of content creation and not the outcome, no matter how long it takes to get monetized. So for me, I guess that's my goal right now, you know. But for you, just to be monetized, you know, and all my channels, because I am for sure 100% committed to this. And for me, I've already succeeded. I already am the biggest YouTuber person, you know. I already know that everything that I'm doing is, I'm gonna look back to like, yep, like the grind, you know. Like I was watching this anime. It's called Hell Mode in a game, in a garbage game or whatever, in a garbage whatever. So this kid, well, this dude gets reincarnated because he wants to play a hard game, and this obviously it's Hell Mode. It's a really good anime, you know. I watched it every single week, you know, because the story had a really good pacing, you know. It's this guy, he gets reincarnated as a baby, and he's like, yep, I guess he's a summoner or whatever, but it's, I think 10 times more that the other people need to do. So he has to work a million times harder to get even like a tenth of the power that he has, you know, to get whatever. And for him, obviously, if he completes it, he's gonna be the most powerful being on the whole planet. And I guess in the whole anime, it's just him working his ass off, truly just grinding and grinding. It's a grinding game, you know, grinding and just doing all these things, you know, and working harder than everybody else in the whole world. Because I'm pretty sure he's the only person on that planet, or I guess on the thing, as far as I know, that has this ability, you know, because everybody else it's their life, you know. He's there from another world, you know, trying to learn, because he just want to play a difficult game, and the gods or whatever just reincarnated him into a baby, into this world as, I guess, this really hard thing. And he's learning as he goes too, you know. He's experimenting, he's failing, he's doing things, he's learning, he's training, he's doing all these things, you know. And for me, because a lot of people give up, you know, I gave up after I don't know how many tries, you know, of me doing this. I mean, like, I know that I don't know how, I don't know how, but I'm going to continue this grind, you know. If this is truly a grind, I'm going to create content with, just assume that every single video that I do it's a banger, you know, that everybody watches it, and that every video after, before me or after, is still even better, you know. Like everything's a win. Even if I get one view from a person, I'm like, hell yeah, as if it's 1,000 or 100,000 people, you know. And I know that, like, for me, I believe in myself. I believe that I'm gonna achieve what I want to achieve, you know, because I understand from my past experiences when I was another YouTuber, another channel that I had for One Piece, that all the stuff that I had, I literally had no money. I mean, I had nothing. And somehow, some way, I would always have money to buy stuff, to buy more packs, to more stuff. And all I did was just, like, I guess it was obsession, I think. Not really obsession, but I was obsessed with going to these tournaments and playing them and winning and getting stuff and getting cards that I needed. And I never truly had, like, a lot of money to get it. Because all the money that I did, because I would always just, okay, I'm going to sell this card, because I would get more packs. I'll buy these packs and I'd pull out a card, I'd sell it to get sort of credit, and I'd get these things, and I'd sell these other cards to other people. And I just had this money, you know, because and my mom, she was kind of wishy-washy about me using her car, but I always used it, you know, because I just used my mom's car all the time, and she wasn't working. So, and my mom, for me, this was work. I wasn't lying to my mom. I'm working. I'm literally working, you know. And I'll go to these tournaments, I'd film and do all this stuff, you know. And I would somehow, some way, go to all these. I would have money for gas, money for food, money for cards, and I truly, at the time, I had no money. I literally had nothing, you know. I didn't have a job or anything. And so I know that because I was doing this for a couple of years, I think a year or two, before you know, something really bad happened to get me to quit, you know. But it was me pushing myself to do it, because I'm like, yep, I'm gonna do this. And I was just happy. I had probably 200 or something followers, subs, but me giving people and telling them my channel, you know, I'm not sure, because I would see people would sub, they would ask me, let me sub to your channel. I'm like, okay, cool. And then they would unsub. I'm like, dude, why the fuck did you ask me to do that? Like, I would see my number go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But then, because I started at the very beginning, you know, as just some noob who got into One Piece, and I guess I don't know how I had money, but I had money to get it. You know, I was like, because I really don't know how I have all this money, and I don't care. Right now, like, I don't care how I get the $250,000, you know, because I don't fucking care. I could get it multiple ways. I could get it anyway. I don't care, you know. And Neville Goddard's Living in the End lecture, he talks about, like, a guy who just wanted a business. His father wanted a building business, and that implied that if he owned the building, that applied money. He implied that his family, this is Neville Goddard's family, and he didn't. And when his father, or I think him or his brother or something, got the business, he said he didn't have a nickel to their name, not a nickel. Didn't have any money to buy this thing, because it was $50,000 to buy it. And some guy, nobody knows how, like, the Neville Goddard's family didn't ever interact with this person. It's just some dude who saw them, who had money, happened, hey man, I have money, I want to buy this for you. And every manifestation comes from people, from humans, from other humans. So other people, like, because for me, I had this thing that God is gonna give it to me, but God works through other people, you know. And I think that's probably what was slowing down my manifestation, you know, because I was fixed on how I get it, how I got my money, and then I was scared after I got it that it'll get taken away from me. So I know that I've worked on it, and if I do have any other fear, I understand that I just need to work on it continuously, you know? Just like Neville Goddard says in his book, well, in this one, he says, never entertain an undesirable feeling, nor think sympathetically about wrong in any shape or form. Do not dwell on the imperfection of yourself or others. To do so is to impress the subconscious with these limitations. What you do not want done unto you. Do not feel that it is done unto you or another. So, I'm just going to, just from what I understand, I'm just going to not dwell on the feeling and just let it pass. If I ever have the feelings, like I'm still not good at this yet, but I'm doing this. If I ever have some spiraling feelings, the best thing to do is just sit in it, observe it, not react to it, just see the feeling, okay, cool, and then just let it pass. And then after, I'm going to just do the opposite, not in that moment, but just observe it and let it go. And then just, okay, cool, so that is an aspect of reality that a thought that came to me. It's not my thought, because our thoughts are not us. You know, all the thoughts that come, all the negative thoughts, it's not our thoughts. It's not our thoughts at all. We're not the thinker. We're the observer. So I'm just going to observe the thought and then just be neutral to it and let it pass. Because like yesterday, like I was saying, I had this fear of just the police just doing whatever they wanted to me, just unlawfully attacking me. You know, I understand that if I keep on dwelling in that, it doesn't matter, like, it's going to happen. So I just did the opposite. After I felt it, I was like, okay. Like, I struggled a little bit, it's okay. We're human, it's okay. And I just thought after I thought that, everybody was my friend. The police are my friend. This person's my friend. The whole world, because everybody's you pushed out, is the way that I see myself is the way that others will see me. So I have nothing to fear. I'm a good person. I am a happy person. I am a productive person. And all I want is happiness for others. And I'm a kind person. So there's no reason for these people to attack me or to harm me in any way. There's no reason for them. Because I'm polite to everybody and everybody's my friend. That's how I see it. That's what I'm placing onto myself every single day. That I truly have everybody outside of myself, like, that I see is my friend. I used to fear some people that, because there are people in my area who are gangsters, obviously, who are truly gangsters, and I don't know what they want, whatever, they want to attack me or want to go to jail or whatever, because there are people who want to do that. And so for me, I have that fear too. That's why I've stayed home this entire time. I haven't go out ever. You know, that's why I stopped going out, and I was, you know, after that fear, after that dude, after some guy wanted to attack me. Like, that's another story for another day, but I have this immense fear of people. You know, I have anxiety, you know. I didn't think I did until that happened, because I'm not really good with conflict. I don't like fighting. I don't like confronting people. To me, it's a waste of time. I don't care what you guys say about anything else. Like, I can't be bothered, man. I'm like literally like Shikamaru from Naruto, dude. Like, it's a bother, you know. Like, that dude doesn't do anything, you know. He just stays away from everything, essentially. If you guys know Naruto, whatever, the anime, that's me. I'm literally the dude. Because anything, and if I don't like to do it, if it's not something that I enjoy, then I don't want to do it, you know. Because it truly is a bother to me, man. I'm like, I don't want to give the energy to this, which is how I think how everybody puts things to, you know. Like, I'm not gonna put the negative feeling on this fucking person, whatever, you know. So if somebody wants to fight me, like, if they're trying to instigate me to hurt them, I'm not, like, nothing they can do is gonna tell me to do that, you know. But obviously, if they're attacking me, I'm gonna defend myself, you know. I have no problem that like, I'm not scared of losing my life. I don't care, you know, because I know if I die, then I die, you know. This is my time, you know. But for me, I know it's not like, that's how I used to think back then, you know. That's why I was never afraid of anything. I'm like, if somebody's going to hurt me, then I'm gonna hurt them back. Like, this has always been my way of thinking, you know. Like, I'm gonna, like, if they're gonna kill me, then I'm gonna make sure that either they're dead too, or they're maimed for the rest of their life, you know? Because I'm not gonna go down without a fight when it comes to like this kind of stuff, you know? And I think a lot of people that meet me and try to start things with me, they kind of understand that, you know? That's why I don't really get into fights ever, because I don't back down. I'm like, okay, so? Like all they're doing is, like, them fighting me is their downfall. It doesn't matter what they do. Like, I'm gonna make sure that they never mess with anybody ever again. To think before they do it. Because right now we live in a society that it doesn't matter what happens, you know, that you're gonna be punished. So if I'm gonna get punished, I wanna make sure the person that's hurting me is being punished, if not more, if not by the law, then by me. I'm gonna make sure that if they're attacking me, that they're gonna be disabled for the rest of their life in any way, shape, or form. Whether it's me gouging out their eyes or me shoving my whole hand down their throat and taking out their tongue. Like if you guys, if anybody knows me, well, like, nobody, I don't really talk about this at all, but me, like, I don't fight fair. Like, there's no such thing as fighting fair, you know? Like, we're not in a boxing match, we're not in something, we're in real life where anything could happen, you know? So I understand that. I understand that this person might have friends or whatever, so I'm gonna do everything that I can to end this fight as quickly as possible. Just like Bruce Lee, you know? Because you don't want a prolonged fight. We don't have infinite amount of energy, you know, to fight people. Just fighting people for like 30 seconds takes a lot out of us. So me, I'm gonna end the fight in seconds. And of course, people, they don't expect that at all for me because the way that I look, you know. And I guess when people try to mess with me, they see it. It's like, okay, and like them messing with me, that doesn't do anything. At least from the people that have tried to mess with me have done, you know. Like I said, I can't be bothered, but if, because like I'm not scared of dying. Like, the things I'm scared of are things that I can't control. You know, like if somebody attacks me out of nowhere, that's what I'm afraid of. Like being attacked, basically just a sneak attack, I guess, essentially. Because that's how people are, you know, that's what happens in society. Because nobody's really, if you're just minding your own business, you don't expect to be attacked in public. But it does happen sometimes, you know. Like, there are homeless people that attack and kill people. Because they're, for whatever reason, they just get the urge, bam, they just do it. That it's unprovoked. Because that's something that actually happens. Obviously, it doesn't happen often, as far as we know. Statistically, sorry, I can't say that word that well. Statistically, but me, like, I'm kind of going off on the tangent, you know. But that was my fear that I have. Now I understand now that I create everything from the inside. So I am a good person. I am. I've always been a good person. Nobody can say one bad negative thing about me. You know, they could say that, like, they can't say anything about my character, because all I've been is polite and nice, and I left everybody alone. You know, if I talk to them, it's just say, hey, how's it going, you know. And if, like, I don't, because obviously people will feel how they feel about me, you know. But like, I don't do any wrong to anybody. I'm a man of my word. I say what I'm gonna do, and obviously people like me or they don't, you know. Not everybody's gonna like me. I understand that, you know. Of course, there have been people that have really hated me for whatever reason, you know. Like I said, I didn't understand the law back then, but of course, it was the negative feelings that I had within myself that were being projected from this person, and they're treating me the way that I felt. Obviously, not everybody treated me that way, because I saw people the way that they treat me, you know. But like, I understand this now. Now, I'm sorry that I went off a tangent, but this is what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna listen to these lectures, read these books, listen to them over and over and over and over and over, until I understand them implicitly. And I know that me doing this, because essentially the guy from Michael from Body State, he read one book and he listened to one lecture. That's it. And he got his dream life. And he understood nothing from, and he didn't have any knowledge of law of assumption or manifestation or law of consciousness or anything. He just did what it said in the books. So that's what I'm doing. He got his dream life, and he got his income in 3 days, and he got his girlfriend back again in 3 days. So 6 days, a whole week it took to get his life together. Doing what it said in this book, and then whatever lecture that he heard. My guess is he probably listened to Living in the End. At least I think so, because to me that makes sense. So this is what I'm doing. Whenever I'm not gonna like I'm gonna listen to them, and then I'm gonna do my stuff what I need to do today, because I have plenty of time to actually make good content today. You know, I have all day today, and then however long after tomorrow, and then like if my mom comes back, she comes back. But I'm not gonna worry about that, because I've taken care of this already. I know that if I believe it and accept it, then I will live by it. Then it'll happen. All I have to do is decide within myself what I want. So now what would I do if it were true? Literally Neville Goddard's words. So I'm not gonna worry about that. Like, I'm just gonna do this, do the things that it says in the book, well, in the lecture and then in the book, and just focus on that. That's all that I'm doing. And like I said, the dream that I had, like, it was vivid. I truly felt it, like me doing it with them, you know, in my mind, me being with them, me touching them, me feeling their skin on my skin, me sleeping with somebody, the girl that I want to be with, you know. Essentially, I don't know, I didn't really see her face. Kind of, I did, I don't know, man. But I did see people that in my life that I want to be with, that were in my dream, you know. They're all there. And it was a good dream. It was a really, really good dream. And I truly woke up happy. Like, I had a smile on my face when I woke up. It was a genuine, awesome smile. And I felt good the whole day. Like, since I woke up, I felt amazing. And I'm not gonna worry about that, you know, right now. I'm just gonna, because I'm gonna focus on this video, let's make it for you guys. And I understand it's a little bit long, I apologize. But, you know, let's make it content. I know this is gonna, yeah, I know it works. I know this is done. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but I guess we'll see. I'm not gonna worry about it. So yeah, appreciate you guys. So I guess this is the end for the video, I guess, I'm gonna talk about. So Live in the End lecture by Neville Goddard. Now find the one that actually is him talking. It's not some AI thing. You guys can know by the way he talks. And then watch, and I'm gonna read the book, hear the audiobook, A Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard. It's by Master Key Society. That's the thing that I'm listening, because that's literally from the book that he made. It's a very short book. It's a 37 minute, 36 minutes and 19 seconds, I guess, audiobook. So I'm gonna be listening to this over and over again, be reading this, listening to the lecture over and over again. I'm taking notes too. I'm taking notes on the very important aspects of his stuff. That's what I'm doing right now. So I literally went all the way back just to these two books, and I'm gonna live by them. And then we're gonna see, yeah, because I know I'm gonna get my life. I already have evidence of it already. So yeah, so I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully this helps you out in some way. Obviously, like, comment, subscribe if you guys can. This will truly help me out in the algorithm, because I know God, anything's possible for God. So yep, it's done. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Guys, have a great day.